Tonight, does reality TV take talent?
How much talent does it take to hang upside down with a cow patty in your mouth?
Outwit, outlast, outdebate, right here on Crossballs.
Comedians posing as experts.
Pot is good for everyone.
Little girls should know what F-me pumps are.
Hunting is self-defense.
I drive drunk all the time.
Debating real people.
I'm not gay. It's totally immoral.
Who don't know the show is fake.
That's a lie. You're an idiot.
Die.
Out of the crossfire, beyond hardball. This is Crossballs.
I'm Chris Tallman. Tonight's topic, reality TV. When ordinary men and women get married, get surgery, or get humiliated for America's amusement, does someone pay a price? Joining us is a performer of scripted theater, film, and television, including TLC's Mostly True Stories, Corey Williams. Also with us, a participant in physical challenge reality shows like Stunt Wars, Matt Henson. Question of the day. Why is reality TV more popular than scripted TV right now? Corey, let's begin with you.
It's brain candy for the masses. They appeal to, unfortunately, the lowest common denominator.
Matt, how do you respond?
This is the way it is. The first time I was on reality TV, I didn't even really consider it that. I was invited on Howard Stern's show, and I had a tick on my balls, and I called up and I said, I'll be willing to eat a tick off my balls if you guys want me to. A lot of people saw that, my realness and my talent, you know, and they appreciated that. And I think that ever since 9/11, America's kind of changed, you know. You kind of feel.
How so?
Well, I feel like ever since 9/11, people, they're sick of the phonies in the world. They're sick of liars, basically. They're sick of lying. And the biggest liars in the entire world are actors, because that's the nature of their job. They're liars.
Wait a minute.
Hold on, let me just finish here. You know, people always say, you hear the phrase all the time, keep it real. Let's be real. They never say, let's keep it actorly.
All right, now, this is a clip of Matt Henson showcasing his talent on Stunt Wars in something called the Cow Patty Challenge. Now, Matt, talk us through this.
All right, this is early in the challenge. I'm hanging upside down. I bet this guy's never done anything like that. If you're an actor, you'd probably get a stunt man to come in at this point. But I got a hold of cow patty, which is potentially has E. coli in it. It could make me sick. I have to keep it together. Oh, this is me winning.
All right, now, Corey, doesn't this require some kind of talent? Like it or not, there's got to be some kind of talent to that, don't you think?
How much talent does it take to hang upside down with a cow patty in your mouth?
I won. It's hard, man. Sometimes you get a chunk of feces goes back into your throat and you went, and then you got to hold on to it.
You're sitting there with feces in your mouth. How much talent does that make?
A lot.
Well,
you've never done it. You're just jealous.
Right,
you're jealous of me right now. You are filled with seething with jealousy.
Are you jealous?
Hell no.
Absolutely not. Takes no talent, he's not jealous.
He's seething with jealousy.
Good job, Corey.
Look at him.
Let's move on. The bottom line, isn't reality TV all about watching regular people humiliate themselves? Matt?
No, obviously not. What you call humiliation, I call a talent showcase. Now, I don't want you to get me wrong about the stories. I think there should be scripted material, and there are stories to tell. It's the liar actors I have a problem with. If you have a movie about a fireman, don't get some actor who has no idea what it is to be a fireman to play it. Get a fireman to play the fireman.
All right, Corey,
but then
is there any truth to that? I mean...
Not at all. Okay, you may bring in the fireman, but is the fireman an actor? No.
He's playing himself. Why does he need to be an actor?
The actor is someone who is trained, who is dedicated.
A fireman's trained to be a fireman. He's playing a fireman. What's there to act?
They're not trained to be an actor.
Believe me, I know it trains to become a great liar like you are, probably. You need to practice lying in your everyday life. Well, he's insulting me. I train, too. I've eaten a brown recluse spider. Have you ever done that? I've eaten an Amazon muck moth. I've eaten Brazilian dung beetles. I practice that by going out in my garbage. If I see some maggots or stuff, I see how many maggots I can eat and take that. And you guys say that, but I get ratings. I've been on TV a lot.
Just like Andy Warhol said, everybody will get their 15 minutes of fame.
You said I'm only going to have 15 minutes of fame?
Yeah.
Well, guess what? I've been on 14 reality shows now. I've been on airtime at least 2.5 hours, so suck on that.
That's
all right. Let's go to the audience for a Q&A ball. With us is film and TV actor BRYCE WAGNER. Now, you believe that some reality shows cross the line.
Oh, it's quite simple. Something like The Littlest Groom. Where
excellent show.
But you're going to basically try to demean people and laugh at them like, oh wow, midgets can have sex and have love too.
Well, did you watch the show? I watched the show, and I thought it was wonderful because before I watched that show, like you, I used to think that midgets were freaks of life. And
Well,
I didn't.
Actually, there, Hoss, don't put words in my mouth. I never said that they are. I said people in general society do.
I'm not going to put words in your mouth. You let scripts do that for you. No, this is what I'm saying. Would you let me finish my point, actor boy?
I don't allow the media to tell me what I'm supposed to think. I went ahead and got a college education, took care of that, pal.
Okay, I'm sure those internet colleges do well sometimes. Anyway, this is what I'm saying. I saw the Littlest Groom, and before I saw Littlest Groom, I thought the freaks of nature, you know, they just hang out at the circus and they have group orgies. I don't know what they do. That's what people say happened on Wizard of Oz. Everybody knows that. Anyway, my point is I saw that, and I became changed by seeing a reality show. I saw, wow, they do fall in love, just like us. They fall in love in a hot tub, you know, and it's just like me. When I walk into a club, I've got, like, you know, 25 women wanting me, and I got to choose through the night which one I'm going to get.
With that mustache?
I don't know. What's that? Chest hair? You look like Welcome Back Cotter's illegitimate child.
Next up, reality TV, mindless entertainment, or high art? We'll meet a professor who says classic films like Casablanca aren't worth a hill of beans. More Crossballs when we return.
Where in the world do you get up even teaching? This is utter nonsense.
Welcome back. Tonight's topic, reality TV, burning issue. Is reality television voyeurism at its worst or human drama at its best? Joining us now live via satellite is a professor in the Cinema Studies Department at Fordham College, Professor Richard Walsh. Professor Walsh, you're in hot water with your university for showing reality TV instead of films in your film class. How do you justify that?
Well, good evening, Carl. Thanks for having me.
That's Chris.
Yes. Well, for a long time, film was the best medium we had to reflect reality in our entertainment. Now, actual filmed reality is our entertainment. So to ignore reality TV in favor of film would be like ignoring color in favor of black and white. It would be like me teaching telecommunications with 2 cups and a string. I mean, we need to face the raw facts that scripted TV and film is as obsolete as the pet rock or a discotheque.
Well, Corey, I think I already know what you're going to say. Is he right? Is film obsolete?
This is absolute nonsense.
Absolutely,
this
yes.
reality TV, to quote Shakespeare, is a tale told by idiots, full of sound and fury, signifying nothing.
Professor, you cannot argue with Shakespeare.
Well, it's very interesting that he brought up Shakespeare, because Shakespeare divided stories into 7 major categories. There's boy meets girl, action adventure, and about 5 others. But we were all bored with those stories. We've seen them over and over again. The new stories are going to come from people meeting the future head on. Real people like Jessica Simpson struggling with her mental disability.
Now, Professor, you brought some footage with you to illustrate your point. Now, why don't we play this and you can talk us through it, all right?
Okay. This is an example of a film I used to show in my class. It's a so-called classic called 12 Angry Men.
Sure.
Now, as you can see, there's a lot of fake anger here. There's Peter Fonda's father and Lee J. Cobb, and there's Quincy, you can see. Now, it's obviously black and white, so it looks fake. Look at that. Look at that. Totally predictable.
It's black and white,
extremely boring.
The medium of the time.
That's right.
But there are reasons why those films last. They're classic stories that you can watch over and over again. You can still get something from them, and they are well acted.
Sir, you're Donna Summers, and I'm Alicia Keys. I've evolved.
Yeah.
Juxtapose that last clip with something that is totally real anger. It's a clip from MTV's Sorority Life. I think you'll see what real anger is.
I'm gonna flip because I'm sick of it, and I'm not taking it anymore. If you want to see me flip, well, then do it again.
Are you threatening me?
Yeah, do it again.
Are you threatening me?
To talk smack about me? What do you mean? Are you threatening me? Yeah, I want to know if you're threatening me. I'm just saying, I'm going to flip out, because this isn't cool.
I'm telling you, I was scared S-less. I mean, did you see how those sorority sisters out-angered those black and white homophobes?
Where in the world do you get off even teaching? This is utter nonsense.
Sir, I'm a college professor. I have tenure, and I can't be fired.
Well, all right, we got to move on. Bottom line, are there stories reality TV can't tell? Like, what about romantic comedy? I mean, that's a genre everybody knows.
It's another false premise. For example, take the movie Pretty Woman. Richard Gere falls in love with a whore. All right? And Maid in Manhattan, Ralph Fiennes falls in love with a maid. I mean, who in reality falls in love with a whore or a maid? I mean, reality TV shows you how it really is.
You love listening to your own voice and love seeing your own image.
I haven't
but
looked in the mirror today.
Anything. You're not saying anything real.
You're the one doing a James Earl Jones impression all day.
Wait.
If I could get back to the
Wait, now hold on.
First of all, this happens to be my voice moron.
Let me get back to the point.
Names at each other.
The fact remains.
He's the one that was.
The fact remains. Reality TV. It will come and go. Flash is trash without substance, and there is no substance to this.
That's absolutely right. We are running out of time. Let's dive into the quick balls round. Here's a question. What was the best film of all time and why? Quick balls go, Professor Walsh.
Well, it would have to be the real Cancun. It was both real and it's in Cancun.
All right. Rebound to you, Corey.
I would say that one of the best films of all time would have to be Casablanca.
Really? Why is that?
It's a classic story. It's a beautiful story. It's very well crafted. It's very well acted. And that is a movie that will stand the test of time.
Absolutely. Bounce back to you, Matt.
That's a terrible movie because Humphrey Bogart was one of the worst actor liars of all time. He was always smoking, encouraging children to smoke and get cancer, and that's messed up.
You're going off in directions that have absolutely nothing to do with the film.
You know he smoked cigarettes in every single movie.
Yes, he did.
That has nothing to do with the film.
That encourages people to smoke cigarettes, and that's sick, and you're sick.
We gotta go. Coming up, reality TV, starring real people or just a bunch of unemployed supermodels. More Crossballs when we return. Should women be banned from driving SUV?
Women are awesome at gymnastics. That's what you're good at. Can you drive this around with the baby in it?
Yep.
You feel that's responsible?
I do.
Welcome back. Tonight's topic, reality TV. How are these reality shows cast? Now, our panelist, Stacey Fatanapan, has worked on shows with a surprise element. Now, what are casting directors looking for when they cast these shows?
Well, Chris, first and foremost, we look for personality, and intelligence is very important.
All right, and so it's about personality. What about the physical traits? Is there anything to that at all?
Well, if it's a dating show, of course, it's the number one most important thing.
All right. Now, Mr. Conroy, you are a fan of reality shows. You'd like to appear on one, but you haven't been successful so far. Go ahead and tell us about that.
Mostly what I want to be on is the kind of show where somebody gets fooled. Like on Jamie Kennedy show. Sure. Or on the Punked, where somebody gets tricked. And I want to be tricked on a show like that because if somebody fooled me, I would have a good reaction.
Why is it you think you haven't gotten in so far?
I have written letters to the Jamie Kennedy show and also to Spy TV on that show, and I don't know why. They don't even tell me, but I think because I'm not pretty enough and they're looking for somebody who is a movie star.
All right, now how about that? Does he have a legitimate complaint? I mean, he wants to be on a prank show.
But if you want to do a hidden camera show that you're talking about, you've already ruined the fun. You're talking about it a lot, and you expect it to happen.
I mean, you wouldn't be surprised.
Exactly.
No, I would be surprised. I would be surprised. I would forget about it.
I think he'd be one of those guys where once he gets stuck in a situation and something odd was going on, he would right away go, okay, where's the camera?
Yeah, and it would kind of spoil the joke, right? Wouldn't it?
Exactly.
All right, Bottom line, does reality TV discriminate? Now, we have Mr. Conroy's submission tape that he sent to the casting directors of several prank shows. Now, let's play that video, and then I'd like you both to comment on it. All right, let's all right.
Okay. I did this once at school when it was Make a Sandwich for Your Friend Day. I did this for my friend Brad, and he didn't like it. Wait till I get a load of it. Peanut butter and pencil sandwich. Okay. Oh, here I come. Oh boy, am I hungry for lunch. It's been a long time since breakfast. Hey, there's a pencil in this sandwich.
Everybody likes to find money on the sidewalk, but not when it's glued to the sidewalk. Oh, boy. Hey, there's glue all over this corner.
Oh, my God.
Hey, I got shaving cream all over my face. Spy TV.
They love it. They like the tape. Now, I can see maybe why a tape like that wouldn't work, but I mean, Stacey, you're the expert.
You're doing pranks on yourself. I think you have way too much time on your hands.
I do have a lot of time on my hands. That's true, because I want to be on one of these shows. Look, that's funny. It's just different on the TV. Anyway, I want to...
Just talk to her. Just talk to her. Just talk to her.
I want to be on one of these shows.
Just hypothetically, would you cast him on a show?
Gosh, you know...
Do you work on a prank show?
On a prank show, I used to. I worked...
Which one?
I worked on Girls Behaving Badly.
I would be on that.
See, the difference here, Andy, is that you have to set someone up or somebody has to set you up.
I could get set up by a friend. I have a friend named Steven.
Yeah, but you can't plan it out like that. That ruins the whole idea of the show.
But if he has a friend...
His friend will do it.
Yeah, if you've got somebody, like you said, like...
I call him the chef of sandwiches because he makes...
the chef of sandwiches?
Yeah. He anticipates it happening.
I would forget about it. I promise I would forget.
All right.
I promise.
We are running out of time. Let's get into the quick balls round. What would you say to anyone with the dream of being on reality TV? Quick balls, go, Matt.
All right, I'm going to say what she's too nice. She's a nice girl. She's not going to say this, but the mentally disably retarded... This isn't funny. You should have been brave enough to say this. The mentally disably retarded, they're not good at doing reality because their own reality isn't really reality. It's weird, and you're not going to behave right. You're going to behave retarded, and that's not funny. If he did a spelling bee show, that would be funny. Retarded spelling bee would be funny.
Rebound to you, Stacey. What would you say to anyone with a dream of being on reality TV?
I say when you come to audition, just be yourself. Be very specific with your answers.
Tell him the truth that he's mentally retarded.
He's not retarded. Okay, he's an average. She's an average person. This is the average person here.
All right, bounce back to you, Andy. What would you say to anyone with the dream of being on reality TV?
I would say to them that I am also the same. We're both the same way. We both want to be on one.
Okay, next up.
That's average.
All right, can reality TV go too far? More Crossballs when we return. Welcome back. Reality TV, guilty pleasure or pop culture plague? We're almost out of time, so it's time for Foul Ball, where we take a look at something that's completely out of bounds. And we've all seen the new reality show based on Green Acres starring Paris Hilton, but Professor Walsh, you're consulting with a production company that's actually developing more outrageous reality shows based off of old sitcoms.
Yes, Charles. Now,
it's Chris.
Sorry, Chris. The first show we're working on is we're working with the History Channel. It's based on the show Hogan's Heroes, where we take a concentration camp and have people living in them that is run by neo-Nazis. Now, before you get your panties in a bunch, we won't just be having Jews there. We would also have gays and gypsies.
All right, now, That's just wrong. Look, Corey's hanging his head. Corey, would you even watch? No, of course you wouldn't. Would you watch?
Absolutely not.
It's history. It's teaching people about history. It's teaching people with concentration camps what happens. Besides, people love gays these days. They'll go for that show.
By reliving, teaching people by reliving that kind of horror.
That's reliving something that people would rather forget about. I don't think that's.
Well, we should not forget about it, but reliving it is absolutely out of the question.
You guys are gypsy phobes and homophobes.
How are we gypsy and homophobes? We just
don't want to give those people opportunity to be on a reality show.
It's not an opportunity. It's morbid fascination. Professor, let's get another idea.
Well, this is one of my favorites. It's based on the show I Dream of Jeannie.
All right.
We take 5 Iraqi women. We teach them some rudimentary magic tricks, and then we shoot them off into space.
Is this guy for real?
How does that even...
She wants to cast that one.
Is this guy for real?
Stacey, would you cast that show?
The idea of putting Iraqi women in space, yeah, that's pretty tempting.
It is? How is that tempting?
I know what she's saying. God. Let's put them all in space.
No way.
Am I right?
All right.
I fear for the sanity of future generations.
Reality shows are, you know, human laboratories. We learn from them. We learn from people's mistakes, experiences.
People learn from that?
People do
not to do what these fools are doing.
Yes.
Don't call me a fool.
Folks, I'm sorry, we are out of time. Last word to you, Andy.
I was asking if I could have a snack, and the guy said that there was not any... no time to have one, but there was plenty of time during the long time when I was not on.
We'll get you a snack after the show's over. We'll get you a snack right afterwards, okay? All right, we will see you next time when more experts get caught between the crossballs. Good night.
You know what I love about this guy? He does an unbelievable Owen Wilson impression.
I mean, you're all white people this and black people that. You're all rolling around and
just do it.
All right, man. I don't know what your problem is. I don't know why you have to yell at me like that, all right?
The Daily Show with Jon Stewart, the one news organization with no credibility to lose.
I guess the people I feel worse for, I guess, are Carter and Ford. Because they got to be watching all this thinking, we're not getting that.
Tonight at 11 on Comedy Central.